Hi, it's you and Ellery here making bonsai in Australia, and in this video I'm going to do an update on some of my Ficus Benjaminas. So I've got a couple of ficuses here that I did a couple of separate videos on some time ago. So just want to give a brief update on those first, and then I've got a couple of other small ficuses that just seems as though the root structure is starting to get a little bit out of control, so I just want to give them a little bit of a pruning. So this one here, now when I did the video on this, which I will link up above, so this one I had kept this branch here on it, more so just to get a little bit more taper, so I'm really just going to be pruning that. So it has grown quite a bit since I first turned it into a bonsai. So yeah, there was some pretty thick wire that I'd used to get this the S-bend in the trunk, and yeah, kind of cut into it a fair bit, but it's actually, yeah, kind of, you can't really tell anymore. You can see faintly line along there where, if it focuses on that rather than my face, but yeah, where it really dug in, but yeah, it's doing quite well. So just getting rid of that, just so that the figure now goes into the part of the branches that I will aim to keep. And I'll probably, just for that same purpose, get rid of that branch was in the wrong position. Kind of want the branching out to be a bit higher up. The rest of this is more or less okay. So yeah, really basic for that one. Just wanted to give you an update and see how much it's grown. It's probably about twice as thick, at least in diameter, in the base there as it was to begin with. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how this one turns out in future. Another one which I've been asked to give a bit of an update on is this Ficus Benjamina Clump bonsai. So yeah, again, I'd initially wired some of the branches here just to kind of move them out a little bit further, just so they weren't too close together. And yeah, it's also grown quite a bit since then, so you can see on some of those branches there's again a little bit of scarring, but that's going to disappear with time. So I have actually off camera did a bit of work on this, just taking off the wire since then and also pruning it back a little bit more. So not really a lot of work or any work that I want to do on this today. Yeah, just giving a bit of an update as per request. Alright, so this is the main one here. Yeah, as I've mentioned, fruit's getting a little bit chaotic. Can't really see it with the angle of the lighting. It's not really like overly root bound or anything, but it's just as with a lot of Ficus Benjaminas, you get these really thick roots coming through, so it's a bit of a mission to just constantly keep pruning those back so that you don't have just really ugly roots. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, just keeping some of this moss. Alright, just quickly rinse these off. So I'm gonna have to kind of figure out what I want to use as a root base, but yeah, I can definitely get rid of some of these lower ones. They're all kind of dropping down too low because I'm going to want to have a bit of a flat root plane. So getting rid of all these long ones. And then it's just going to be an exercise of getting rid of the ones that are too high or in the wrong kind of positions. So there's a weird one there. So probably get rid of this big long one. So ideally I'd have like a nice clean cut for it to grow back on. So that cut just a little bit better, so hopefully, yeah, we'll get a few more roots coming out that are a lot thinner just from that location, kind of coming out at that kind of level. Don't actually mind keeping these ones. Could be interesting to see how they go once they get thicker, and yeah, it might end up with more of a buttress looking style root system there, which is kind of how they go in nature. Or at least might end up molding into a bit of a thicker kind of trunk, so curious to see how that goes. And yeah, another cut there. Might actually prune that in a little bit closer. Just to kind of get a bit more taper there, so keep that as the pruning and not too fussed. Looks like a dead bit of stump there. Not too fussed with the rest of it. There's not really any branch structure there that I want to keep, so prune it back quite significantly to get a bit more taper. So a bit of yeah, more rocky, a bit more larger kind of soil at the bottom, just to provide a bit more drainage, and then reintroduce this soil at the top. And along with the moss. Cool. So I'll water that and move on to the next. And this one here. So again, yeah, just a really thick root there that I'm noticing on the top, so I'm assuming there's probably more down below. Could be in luck, but we'll see. And not really popped around, but yeah, both of these ones had kind of been put in pots that were kind of, well, yeah, just training pots, so larger than what you would normally have for a normal bonsai, so kind of, yeah, would take it a lot longer to get fully root bound. Seems as though I've done some work on this in the past. It's actually looking pretty good, so I'll just rinse it off. Yeah, so pretty good actually. So just yeah, normally Benjaminas get those really thick roots, so given that most of these are quite thin, I think I've definitely done something on this and just not remembered. So really not a huge amount of work on this, just getting a bit of profile, some roots that are sticking up too high. There's fruit there that's coming from quite high up, but yeah, so it's coming from this. Yeah, might actually get rid of that one. It's just coming from the trunk over here, behind this one and through, so that'll, if I left it, end up looking a bit average with time, I imagine. And some roots they're just kind of sticking up, so just pruning them back before they start curving up. Hopefully I'll push it down with a bit of soil on top. Yeah, just trying to get these all kind of radial. And that big clumpy one, just prune that back. Yeah, just so it's coming out flush with the trunk there. Now, similar to what I'd done previously with this one here, now this one has a few trunks in the center there, and right now they're all pretty close together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use that core trunk, the main trunk, as a bit of an anchor, and wire these two little ones so that the branches move away from the center, just so it doesn't, as they get a lot thicker, it doesn't end up being too noisy. You can actually see what's happening in the individual trunks. So just a bit of second-hand wire coming around. And there's another little one at the back there, which so I'll keep that for now. It's kind of in the way a little, but I'm kind of hoping that it'll just get a bit. It's already starting to grow out the right way, so hopefully it kind of goes out further that way. But yeah, I'm kind of just hoping that it'll get thicker with time, and then it will get to a point where I can wire it a little bit easier, and hopefully the other branches will be set by then, so I know where I want it to be. Don't need that branch so low down. I've got all those core trunks at that low stage. Prune some of these back a little, so the branch is kind of coming back in a little. This one's back in. One of those annoying leaves, it's got all those curled over with those eggs of whatever it is. I keep getting these, looks like there might be a corporate bug on there, but keep getting these weird curled up leaves. And I've tried looking to see what it is online, but I'm assuming it's something laying its eggs, probably that annoying bug there. So I might need some bug poison. If you do know, let me know in the comments. And this little part of that little lower down branch is kind of coming back in a bit too much. And another root. And I'll just prune it back to about there, I think. Again, just for the taper. Okay, so there that is after a bit of a water. It's kind of the first time I've put it into a real pot, so we'll see how that goes with time. Alright, so that was my update on my Ficus Benjamina. I do hope you enjoyed this video or took something from it. If you have, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to be notified of future videos as I release them. But look, thanks for your time today. Enjoy. Bye.